Hey, thanks. For today's recipe, I'll be preparing a fruit salad. A fruit salad is a dish of...
Now the scaffold is high and eternity's near.
The following program was produced by students enrolled in the Milwaukee Area Technical College television and video production program. The content is student produced and does not necessarily represent the views of the Milwaukee Area Technical College or of Milwaukee PBS.
Hello everyone, I'm Ethan Ramsey.
I'm Ben Kudrowski.
I'm Alexis De Jesus.
I'm Stephen Brannon, a graduating
student producer
in the TV and video production program
here at MATC.
The content you'll see today is completely created by us,
the students at Milwaukee PBS.
Yeah, from live studio production to camera work,
as well as producing
and directing. We do it all.
Please stick around as we take over Milwaukee PBS for this
Student Operations Day.
Coming up next is my show, Behind the Signs, Milwaukee's Neighborhood Names.
Behind the Lens.
Cultures within our communities.
Eye of the Beholder.
The Milwaukyssey.
Tribal Identities, Life on the Reservation.
Built to move.
What is tabletop wargaming?
from script to stage.
David Howley, live at the Vivarium.
Connections, technology, and us.
So please stick around as we take over Milwaukee PBS for this Student Operations Day.
Hey, thanks. For today's recipe, I'll be preparing a fruit salad. A fruit salad is a dish of...
Hello everyone, I'm Infia Shelton, a graduating student producer in the TV and video production program here at MATC. The content you'll see today is completely created by us, the students at Milwaukee PBS. From live studio production to camera work, as well as producing and directing, we do it all. Please stick around as we take over Milwaukee PBS for this Student Operations Day. Coming up next is my show, David Howley, live at the Vivarium. Thanks for watching.
So I grew up in Ireland, I grew up in Galway, and the amazing thing about Irish culture is that music is like a fundamental sort of backbone to a lot of the culture that I grew up in. Milwaukee's like my second home, weirdly. I've spent the most amount of my time here in Milwaukee. I spent months of my life really now over the years. I came here first, I think I was maybe 20, the first time I came here, 13 years ago. I fell in love with Milwaukee. I fell in love with the Midwesterner attitude to life. I came here back, I think in 2012 was the first time I ever played in Milwaukee at Milwaukee Irish Festival. I was a kid, essentially. I had never toured in America. It was my first American gig, was at this Milwaukee Irish Festival, which is, it totally ruins every other gig that you ever do for the rest of your life.
Music came into my life at a really young age. My dad was really into Irish music when I was really little. When I was maybe 5 years old, he and my uncle started an Irish band in Milwaukee called Leahy's Luck. And when I was 7 years old, I joined the band. Little 7-year-old me sang 2 songs. The band that we started has been playing for 35 years. And this is, I think, our 35th year at Milwaukee's Irish Fest.
I think Milwaukee has this strange likeness for me. It has a strange likeness to where the city that I grew up around, which is Galway. Of it being kind of like a big town that like people know each other, people care. And then just over the years of coming back here again to be able to play music to people, and Milwaukee people come out, and I really appreciate that.
Hello, Milwaukee, how you doing? too soon, ended by the hand of a lover never known. I am a shadow in the trees, lament my wicked heart. I am not gone long or far, I'm only overneath. I am a shadow in the trees. You can sing it if you want. Yeah. A question for a God. Would he hear my pleas? Release me from this end. I am a shadow in the trees. Heartbreaking is my cry, convincing in its tone to win the heart of God. I am a shadow in the trees. Sing with us. We were only fools to challenge nature's course. For what is gone is gone. I am a shadow in the trees. One look was all it took. Promise that we broke, that I should drift away. I am a shadow in the trees. How you feeling tonight? You feeling good? It is so good to be back in here in Milwaukee. So, how many of you have ever seen me before? Put up your hands. Wow. So, how many people are new? Put up your hands if you're new. Amazing. So my name is David Howley. I come from Galway in Ireland. Who's been to Ireland? That is more than the population of Ireland in the same room. I want to introduce the really wonderful people I have on stage with me. Over there, playing Bauer on all the percussion. Give it up for Milwaukee's own Caitlin Leahy. The slightly taller, slightly more handsomer version of me. On mandolin, octave mandolin, give it up for Martin Howley. Over here on the fiddle, on vocals, give it up for Kiana June. So, we're really excited for tonight. This has been a long time coming, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks for being here. We're gonna sing this part together. Here we go. One word. Louder. That's your part. Keep singing. Here we go. Maybe you could stay. Sing. While away the day. One would ever know. Yeah. No one would ever know. Sing it. Maybe you could stay. Yeah. Thank you very much. It is really, really good to be here in Milwaukee. Thank you so much for coming out. And what an awesome thing for me to be here. The last time I was here was 2023, the ICHC. I was on my own, and now I get to be on stage with these incredible people and do a little bit better of a job introducing everybody over there. From Leahy's Luck, now living in Boulder, Colorado, in the pink corner, give it up for Caitlin Leahy. Some of you may recognize Kiana from other projects, bands, chief fiddle player of Gaelic Storm for years, superstar fiddler of Come From Away, the Broadway show. And most importantly, and the reason that I can afford to have Kiana on stage with me, my sister-in-law, Kiana June Weber.
Definitely the most important.
And then, of course, as a lot of you know, me and Martin have been on stage together for all of my life and most of his. My older brother, my star, my inspiration. Give it up for Martin Howley.
Honestly, when Dave said I could come to Milwaukee and meet you all, I was like, I'm in, I'm there. I have a bag of cheese curds back there. I got my Packers jersey on underneath.
Martin drove to Milwaukee so he could drive home with 500 cases of spotted cow. Come in, you know that I am waiting for you. You're in every single movement I feel. Don't rush, feel it pressurizing my love. Just push the rhythm of my body and yours, and we'll go down, 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 down. You can clap your hands. Down, 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 down. Here we go. On every inch of me, the flames burn me to remember and freeze my soul. I am breathless in the wilds, it's true, and I know God will hardly save me from you. Down, 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 down. We go down. We go down, down. I waited for you, I waited for too long. There's a coming of a season, seeds are willing, spirits strong. There are angels in my corner, there are diamonds in my blood. Let them sparkle in the sunlight, feel the heat upon my skin. I have waited for you, I have waited for too long. There's a coming of a season, seeds are willing, spirits strong. There are angels in my corner, there are diamonds in my blood. Let them sparkle in the sunlight, feel the heat upon my skin. Down, 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 down. We'd love to sing you some Wee Banjo 3 songs tonight. This is a song that we wrote a long time ago, but it's still relevant. This is called Haven. Lay down your weapons, lay down with me. We will stare at the stars and think what life could be. You can sing with me. Island of memories, we'll leave them where they lie. We make a choice for love and joy. Moonlight's a path we can travel down. Rivers run wild with what has gone before. Cast aside for new and more and more and more and more and more and more. Sing with us. Let me be your haven. Yeah. Let me be your line. Sail with me across the ocean. Find a place for love and joy. We've had trouble, we've had strife, we've made our plans to march on towards to the promised lands. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, walk with me neath the rising sky. We make a choice for love and joy. The moonlight's a path we can travel down. Rivers run wild with what has come before. Cast aside for new and more and more and more and more and more and more. Let me be your haven. Let me be your line. Sail with me across the ocean. Find a place for Give it up for Marion Howley on the mandolin. This is a song called Feel the Moon. It's a funny thing, right? I wonder if any of you have this experience. When you're in your teenage years and maybe your early 20s, you have this feeling that all you want to do is to be loved. It's like the most important thing to you is to be loved. And I'm finding something changing over time, other than I can now grow facial hair. I think it's interesting that as I get older and I maybe now understand my parents better and I understand the people that are older than me better, because I've realized that the greatest feeling, one of the most incredible feelings you can feel, is to love somebody. What a gift that someone comes into your life and completely ruins all your plans. And for me, this next song is less a song about being loved and more of a song about the joy of loving somebody. So if you're here with your loved one or your partner, maybe both, it's a new world, people. This would be a perfect one to hold their hand. And if you're on your own, just hold hands with the person beside you. Just one of their hands, not both. Feel the moon settle on your skin. Feel her warmth. She is here and listening to the sound of water rushing in underground. Breathe and let her in. Ooh. You are the earth with magic in your bones, intertwined with starlight on your skin, and we dance like lovers left alone in the dark. Breathe and let her in. Breathe and let her in. Feel the moon settle on your skin. Feel her warm. She is here and listening to the sound of water rushing in underground. Breathe and let her in. Breathe and let her breathe and let her breathe and let her
Feel the Moon is a really weirdly important song to me. I grew up in an interesting culture, I guess, in some ways, as a lot of us did. I grew up, and I was lucky that my dad's a super sensitive guy, and my mom is the really strong, powerful type in our family. So I had maybe an exposure to a little less gender normative, a less gendered approach to life. And then going to school as a really sensitive kid, I struggled because the message I was getting is you have to be a man and you have to be strong and you're not allowed to cry. But then trying to fit who I was into that little box didn't fit. And I think that was a really big struggle of mine. And I imagine it's a pretty big struggle for a lot of men out there. And then I think the kick of that is we have an issue with toxic masculinity. And I think that for me, it's a redefinition of what masculinity and what femininity is. The feminine and the masculine isn't really man and woman. It's the parts of you. And I see that maybe in accepting and allowing the more feminine part of me, the softer part of me, the more maternal, the more caring side of me, actually letting that blossom and out into the world and being more comfortable in that has weirdly strengthened and formed a more mindful and easygoing masculine side of me. And I owe that to the relationships in my life. I've been really lucky to, have a partner who is accepting of all the parts of me. And Feel the Moon specifically was it's an ode to the feminine. It's an ode to love. It's an ode to the feeling of loving somebody else. And for me, that is like the feminine within me. That is the softness and the gentleness, but also the power within that softness and gentleness, and a redefinition of it. So yeah.
Let's see those hands. Here we go. Ha, 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 ha. You ready? Give it up to the Glencastle Irish dancers. Let's see those hands. Ha, 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 ha. I'm gonna do a love song next. It's called Chapter 1.
Yeah, Chapter 1 is a song. Oh man, talk about like feeling like you have to redefine all of the rules. I got a text from Caitlin one evening. It was an Atlantic article about the feelings of falling in love. And then me being the complete overdramatic person I am, realized that I was having a lot of these big feelings, and I decided I would put them in a song. So 2 hours later, I sent Caitlin a recording that I had made in my little studio in County Kerry in the mountains. And that recording went on to be the version that went on the album, which is, I recorded it. So in music production, of course, similar to any other type of art, you maybe write something or create something, and then you modify it, and then you do iterations, and you really you hone it into like the best it can possibly be. Which is how I've done nearly every other song I've ever recorded, apart from this one. I sat down, my mics were all on, I'd been doing studio work earlier that day, and I just, instead of recording the demo into my iPhone like I normally would, just so I could remember it, the very first time I sang the song was into a really nice microphone that I own, and when I was producing the album, I would try to re-record the song multiple times and never could get back to that feeling that it was to sing that song for the first time.
When he performs it, I've told him not to tell people that it's about somebody in particular, because I think it's, like, I think we can all relate to that. I think we can all relate to, like, feeling loved or wanting to feel loved or wanting to feel perfect and to be told those things. So yeah, it's such a, for me, it feels really fun that when he performs it and I can see people's eyes, I can see other people reacting to it and like feeling that, like, I get to have empathy with them of the feelings that they're having, and also hear my partner sing a song about me. So
I love the aspect of that song that it is just a voice and a guitar. That's it. Simple. And maybe that's also my other feeling about love and relationships. It's actually pretty simple when you boil it down.
Oh, I never pack a raincoat. My poor grandmother, she tried. She'd say the ones who end up wisest are the ones who start off wild. And I am constantly in motion, scared to death of being alone. But when I'm lying there beside you, yeah, I guess I feel at home. And I get quiet when I'm hurting. Yeah, I get it from my dad. I talk too much when I get nervous. No one to thank but me for that. And I get funny when I'm jealous. I think too much, ask not enough. When I'm lying there beside you, oh, I hope you call my bluff. And what if I don't deserve you enough? We make a world and I can't hold it up. What if all that I've known to be true about love was only just chapter 1? They say patience is a virtue. Have they ever seen your body? And every line reads like a roadmap. And exploring, it's my hobby. I hope you learn to take a compliment. Oh, Lord knows that you deserve them. I know you think you've got this work to do, but to me you're imperfect. What if I don't deserve you enough? We make a world and I can't hold it up. What if all that I've known to be true about love was only just chapter 1? Thank you. Welcome back to the stage, Kiana June Weber, Martin Howley, and Caden Lee. All right.
You couldn't get rid of us for long.
We're going to do, so myself and Martin grew up, folk music was kind of, an Irish traditional music was our bread and butter. It's what we listened to all the time. And we're going to do a folk song for you next. It's a story. It's called Pretty Fair Maid. It's a really beautiful story. Kiana's going to kill me because I'm going to tell the truth. Kiana actually was missing 2 lines of this song. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and she's been missing 2 lines of the song, which literally changed the entire meaning of the entire song. So it's about a girl, and she's in her front garden, and along comes this guy, and he says, "Will you marry me?" Which is a strong open. And she says, "I can't actually. There's this guy that I'm in a relationship. If you're younger than 22, that's what you call a situationship. And I'm waiting for him. He's coming back for more." And this is the part where 2 lines makes a big difference. The two lines are essentially, he takes his hand out of his pocket, she sees this ring on his finger and says, "Oh, you're the guy that went to war and came back."
It's the same guy.
It's
Plot
the
twist.
same guy. Because
Missed that.
Kiana thought it was a different guy. And it's a very different story.
She just got excited about the ring and was like, "Oh, fine, you'll do." Terrible song. Anyways.
We've been doing this, like, we've done this a lot. I think that Kiana even talked to Martin, like, quietly about this, being like, "I don't know why David's doing this song."
It's not very romantic.
Anyway, this is called Pretty Fair Maid. Pretty fair maid was in her garden when a stranger came riding by. He came up to the gate and called her, said, "Pretty fair maid, will you be my bride? I have a true love who's in the army, and he's been gone for 7 long years. And if he's gone for 7 years longer, I'll still be waiting here for him." Perhaps he's on some waterfront drowning. Perhaps he's on some battlefield slain. Perhaps he's to some fair girl married, and you may never see him again. Well, if he's drowned, I hope he's happy. And if he's on some battlefield slain, well, if he's to some fair girl married, I'll love the girl that marries him. Then he took his hand out of his pocket, and on his finger he wore a golden ring. And when she saw that band a-shining, a brand new song she began to sing. And then he threw his arms all around her, the kisses gave her 1, 2, 3. Said, "You're my true and loving soldier, who's come back home to marry me." Oh, pretty fair maid was in her garden when a stranger came riding by. He came up to the gate and called her, said, "Pretty fair maid, will you be my bride?" A much better story.
It's so interesting how folk music has expanded and how it continues to expand. David and I were just at a conference a couple of weeks ago in Montreal called Folk Alliance. And they do these showcases. There's official showcases where there's a lot of people in each room, and The artists have been invited there to perform this official showcase. And then from 10:30 p.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning, there are just like 4 levels of the hotel taken over, all the hotel rooms, by different musicians. And it was so fascinating. There was a ton of Canadian folk, a lot of just folk music from every single country. And then they combine and they make crossovers of different folk music. So I think it's so fascinating because I feel like I maybe grew up with a narrower version of what folk is, a narrower mentality of what folk is. I don't even know if I considered myself a folk musician. So it's just, I think it's a really cool umbrella of musics. And one of the things that I helped David with is pitching his music to playlists. And it's so funny, you have to select what genre you're in, and there's like, you know, acoustic folk, but then there's like trance folk, and just every single country has their own version of it. And there's like punk folk, and there's literally, the opportunities are endless. So folk music to me is just expansive.
I think I had like a really good education, and I feel very lucky for that. My dad, again, he is an avid fan of both American folk and American country music, as well as Irish folk music. So I grew up with a tape recorder outside my bedroom door that had these mixtapes but it was like a smorgasbord of music. It was everything from Paul Brady and Andy Irvine to the Beatles to, you know, Garth Brooks, you know, Stills, Nash and Young. So all of this music came in to us as music. It wasn't sectioned out into this is this and this is this and this is this. It was this is all music. And so from a pretty young age, the borders between music became a little less visible.
Thought I heard you, and I meant to before I spoke. There's a feeling lies between us like a ghost. But I can't fit a feeling into words. And anything I say just makes it worse. And I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. I thought I heard myself say your name like a prayer. Didn't mean so much that I hold you with the angels. But I can't fit a feeling into words. Anything I say just makes it worse. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. Sing that with us. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it. I can feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. Sing it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it. I can tell you I feel it too. Yeah. You can start it. Thank you very much. We're going to do another Wee Banjo 3 song for you next. Give a huge round of applause to your bar staff here tonight, taking care of you. Give it up! Also, Mark, Joe, and Liz, production, front of house, and lights. Give it up for your staff here tonight. Give it up! Forgive me all my secret storms and all the rest that's in between. Turn towards the love, sing. Turn towards the love. From the earth we came to know the trenches where we learn to grow. Turn towards the love. Turn towards the love, sing. As you are my sunflower, and you are a light that lets me grow, and you are my sunflower, turn towards the light. Down tango roots my thoughts will stray, your gentle voice guide my way. Sing, turn towards the love, turn towards the love. Teach me of the sun above, the heat, the warmth of your love. Turn towards the love, turn towards the love. 'Cause you are my sunflower, and you are light that lets me grow, and you are my sunflower. Turn towards the lights. A simple life, a happy life, for all the wonders in the world. And grow flowers in the garden, and a hive for the honeybee. Sing with us! 'Cause you are my sunflower, and you are a light that lets me grow, and you are my sunflower, and you are a light that lets me grow. You are, you are, you are, you are. Thank you very much. We're going to do another American folk song. Me and Martin learned this from our dad. When we were kids, this was our favorite bedtime song. It's called The Long Black Veil. And for those of you who are a little confused why some people are laughing, for the remainder of this song, I just want to keep one image in your head. Two kids in their matching pajamas, Thomas the Tank Engine pajamas, that is, sitting on the edge of the bed listening to this very song as they fall asleep. 10 years ago, on a cold dark night, there was someone killed 'neath the town hall line. There were few at the scene, but they all did agree that the man who ran questionable parenting. Now the judge shed the sun, what is your alibi? 'Cause if you were somewhere else, you won't have to die. I spoke not a word, although it meant my life, 'cause I had been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in a long black veil, and she visits my grave as the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Now the scaffold is high and eternity's near, and she stands in the crowd and she sheds not a tear. But sometimes at night, when that cold wind blows in a long black veil, she cries, oh my bones. Sing it! She walks these hills in a long black veil, and she visits my grave as the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Sing it with us. 1, 2, 3. And she walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave as the night winds wail. Nobody knows, and nobody sees, and nobody knows but me. Nobody knows, and nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Thank you very much. We're going to do one more. I go on, it's sadder than that. We're going to do one more. That's the after party. No, thank you so much for coming out and supporting live music. It's been a wild few years, and I can tell you that I was doing an interview with the MATC students earlier, and I was thinking about why we do this. And honestly, when the world gets a bit dark around the edges, every night I step out on stage in front of people like you, it reminds me there is a lot of good in the world. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for smiling. Thank you for clapping. Most of all, thank you for being kind to each other. It's a weird world out there, but when I come to shows, and I see people chatting. I know some of you have met at We Banjo 3 shows over the years. I know some of you are now friends. There's a whole group of women in Chicago called the Maureen's. We're going to finish with this one. This is, honestly, let's just call it what it is. We're going to finish with this one. Then we're going to play Musician Hide and Go Seek. And then we'll play one more for you. This is a song that just got released today. It's called Here in the Hush.
Here in the Hush is a song that I started writing in October 2023. There is an interesting thing happening in our world. There's a growing fear, a growing anger, frustration.
It's kind of heart-wrenching, and he explained, actually when I was pitching it a couple of weeks ago, he explained every single line of the lyrics to me, and they all have, each line has 10 different meanings that are all equally powerful. So I think I get really excited about just his artistry in it, and there's also just like some really fun tunes, and what really gets me excited is when Irish music kind of turns into other types of music or adapts the electronic edge that Here in the Hush has. So I think that's my favorite one, and it's just fun to jam out with Martin and Kiana and David and to just play some tunes together.
But I think all of us feel a sense of some amount of feeling that we can't really process or figure out right now. And I think that Here in the Hush is a strange culmination of my thoughts around the children that live in our world, and just how they are a passenger to some of the decisions that we make as adults. How incredibly innocent some children get to be, while other kids have to grow up very quickly.
Tears running wild, voices that call you, tracing your edge, feel the fear to know your fate under the veil of an open sky. Lay down your heart, lay down your name, lay down your body, lay down again into the still, into a whisper, voices that call you, tracing your edge, feel the fear, know your fate, into the echoes, into your veins, lay down your heart, lay down your name, lay down your body, lay down again, lay down again. Over there on the bar, and give it up for Kate and Lee. On the fiddle, on vocals, give it up for Ken and June Weber. On the mandolin, on the octave mandolin, Mr. Martin Howley. My name is David Howley. Did you have a good time tonight? All right, let's do some dancing. Up you get, on your feet. Here we go. Clap your hands, here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Welcome back to the stage, the Glen Castle Irish Dancers. Should we do one more? Oh, you can take a seat for a minute, hang on. Oh, Jesus. This is like Mass, we'll tell you when you can stand up and sit down. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. We are going to Green Bay, Wisconsin tomorrow. You know, growing up in Ireland, you hear about all these fantastic places. Paris, Milan, New York, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting live music. We hope you had a good time tonight. We'll be out at the end to meet you. Way down in the valley, between the skin and bone, deep in the heart of a place altogether unknown, she wails in the winter, shades from the blistering sun. So bow to the mountain, she is the one that stands alone. In the darkness, one quiet step at a time. She sleeps there beside you. She is the bread and she is the wine. You worship in her shadow, sure she'll meet you there at the dawn. So bow to the mountain, she is the one that stands alone. Thanks for being here tonight. Here we go. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Kiana June Weber, Martin Howley, Caden Lee, my name is David Howley. Have a good night. Thank you.
Tonight at 11:30 on Channel 36, Milwaukee PBS.
Talking some kind of Spanish that I know. She's either from another planet or a ghost. Well, my knees start to feel like something else. You can drink all of my water, but don't leave me by myself. She said, that's the kind of English I don't like. Then she spoke and she split and stole my bike. I might forget you if you go, so please tell me everything you know. Pedal slow, ring that bell for me, baby. Oh, those hands that fly. And when I showed your mom, it made her laugh. Defy, I wonder why my daughter's heart is chalkboard, then underlines her name. She had a face meant for live TV, edited, unedited, and made for what you need. Oh, not bad. Escape the ringing phones, the logic and the roses and the murder and the crows. They're climbing towers and messing up your day. They'll use their magic powers on the fire of the brain. The flames are dead. It's time to go to bed. The thoughts are thicky, sticky. I can't get them out of my head. I wander way too long. Wonder all the way they slide around like heels of mistakes. On the brink of destiny, glide into the rim, dove into the ash. The endeavor is so grim. You float and you say, gonna make garbage out of pails, gonna burn flowers out of petals in the grass and on the sea. Here's the fight and there's the key. And why, in the end, the rules will start to bend. I'll only tell you lies and I will not be your friend. Come on, ring that bell for me, baby. Whoa, those hands up high. Ring that bell for me, baby. Whoa, those hands up high. And when I told you ring that bell for me, baby, whoa, those hands up high. And when I told your mom it made her laugh to the fight, I wonder why, I wonder why, I wonder why my daughter's heart is made of it.
Air comrade! This goes out to the woman that mended that heart. I've been around this world. I have sailed the seven seas. I've been around this world. I have sailed the seven seas. I'm searching for a woman just right for me. My life changed at the age of 43. My life changed at the age of 43. I have finally met a woman. Good Lord, for me. Well, she born a study. She mobbed in a dream. She the finest woman that I have ever seen in my life. Changed at the age of 43. I have finally met the goddess. Good Lord, for me. Oh, yeah. West Side Andy. I've been around this world. I have sailed the seven seas. I've been around this world. I have sailed the seven seas. I was searching for a woman just right for me. My life changed at the age of 43. My life changed at the age of 43. I have finally met the woman good Lord meant for me. Well, she born a study, she my midnight dream. She the finest woman that I have ever seen in my life. Changed at the age of 43. I have finally met the goddess, the good Lord for me. Oh, about time. We're the chain smoking all the boys.
Missed any of today's shows? Scan the QR code to watch all of Student Operations 2025 on the Milwaukee PBS YouTube channel.
Tonight at 11:30 on Channel 36, Milwaukee PBS.
Hi, I'm student producer Anthea Shelton, and you are watching Student Operations Day 2025 on Milwaukee PBS's Channel 36.
This is WMVT, Channel 36, Milwaukee PBS. The following program was produced by students enrolled in the Milwaukee Area Technical College television and video production program. The content is student produced and does not necessarily represent the views of the Milwaukee Area Technical College or of Milwaukee PBS.
Hey, thanks. For today's recipe, I'll be preparing a fruit salad. A fruit salad is a dish of...
Hello everyone, I'm Ethan Ramirez, a graduating student producer in the TV and video production program here at MATC. The content you see today is completely created by us, the students at Milwaukee PBS, from live studio production to camera work, as well as producing and directing. We do it all. Please stick around as we take over Milwaukee PBS this Students Operation Day. Coming up next is my show, Connections, Technology, and Us. Thank you for watching. Communicating with others is something we all need. Before, we simply went outside our homes and talked with people face to face. But as time went on, technology evolved, and soon we went from talking over the phone to chatting over the computers. It helped us communicate and see each other from greater distances, but like everything else, every good thing can also have a negative impact to people in varying degrees. Also, we will see the self-journey of a boy looking to meet up with a friend he made online and wishes to see them in real life. My name is Ethan Ramirez, and I'm glad to be with you today. I know what it's like to use technology to talk with others. Heck, I've talked with people over the phone and saw their faces with it. I even got my own computer and video chat with my friends and family. To me, it was very convenient to see them again without having to leave the house. But like a lot of things can change. For now, why don't we see from the perspective of a boy who's met someone important over his computer?
Hello? John, are you there?
Hey, Hannah. I'm here. Another day, another look out the window.
Yeah, it's been the same for me too.
I've been outside here and there, but everything is different since the last time I've really been outside.
Yeah. So, is it okay if I tell you something?
Sure.
I think I want to finally go outside.
That is so awesome. Wait, I wasn't being too forward, was I? I'm sorry about that.
No, I was just thinking of something else.
Oh, then tell me. What was you thinking about?
I want to meet face to face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sure. Just let me know when and where, and I'm there. I gotta help my dad with something first, but I can't wait to see you.
I think we might. Hey, I think we're actually getting a call. Let's see who it is. Oh, hey! Look who it is, Andre Gonzalez. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me on this video call. I've been just good lately, so I'm excited to do this.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Hey, if you don't mind, can I ask you like a few questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Please go right ahead. I'm all ears.
Okay, with technology and life, how did that make you feel when it came to talking to people?
Oh, with technology in my life, I think I would say it has been definitely a big help, and I would also say it's actually a really good first step to where if you're just nervous in front of, talking in front of people or maybe just talking in big groups, I think definitely talking over technology, whether it's on a phone call or a video call, I think it can be definitely helpful for people, and it's a good way to stay connected, especially with anybody that's far away from you.
But before that, we were also talking in real life. As I said before, we had to go out and physically talk to others, actually interact with them. So with that in mind, has interacting with people in person, face-to-face, and through technology, such as your phone, computer, two different things for you?
I would have to say so, yeah, definitely interacting with real people and then interacting with somebody through a video call or through technology can definitely be a big difference. To me, I see it as where, I guess in person, things not only feel more real, but they are just way more real, and I think you're way more better to pay attention to that when it is in person, and then when you compare it to over a video call or through technology, I think there's almost like a safe padding to think of stuff or to bring stuff up, or whether there's like internet connection issues or anything like that. So I guess you could say it has more convenience for a video call over in person, but in person it just, the feel is completely different and it feels much more alive and human. So I tend to prefer in person.
So do you think that all this over-reliance on technology nowadays may be a bit concerning, especially since we were once at a point where it was our only way to talk with others?
I would say, for me at least, it's just a little concerning simply because a lot of people, like friends and family, I know some friends and family where they're just almost on their phone all the time, and sometimes it can be a little distracting, or like you said, over-reliance on it, where some people might not pay attention as much in person because they're just so used to the technology doing a lot of the things for them or just helping them out. And then it can definitely, I think, lead to perhaps memory issues and definitely attention spans when you're just always glued on technology, when I think it's just a tool, but I would say just don't abuse it and don't overuse it. Just use it as if you need help sometimes, but don't rely on it to do a lot of the hefty living for you.
All right. Hey, thanks again for joining this call. Keep me posted, buddy, and I'll see you again next time.
Of course. Thank you so much.
But isolation and having to avoid direct contact with others was something I was unprepared for. So my phone and my computer became my main forms of communication with those who weren't my parents. When I wanted to see their faces, sometimes I used my phone, but then I'd have to keep charging my battery, and that I wasn't a big fan of holding it in front of my face the whole time. So I got my laptop and started video chatting with them. It was very weird seeing them in front of me, but in real life they were too far away for me to touch. If I did touch them, I'd just be touching my laptop screen, and they sometimes asked me what I was doing. It was funny at times. Well, perhaps we should continue watching how John has been doing with finally meeting his friend.
I think this is where she said she was going to meet me at.
I hope I'm in the right spot.
Hi.
Hey.
Are you John?
Yes, I am. Are you Hannah?
That is correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to finally meet you. So, we finally meet face to face.
Yeah, after all this time.
Yeah. Mind if I sit?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
So I may not be showing it, but I'm kind of in shock that I'm actually seeing you in real life.
Yeah, tell me about it. I talked to you and the others over the computer and the phone, but seeing you here and now, it's pretty exciting.
Hey, let's continue talking at my house. We'll just be sitting on the porch and drinking water, but still.
Sure, that sounds good. I am interested in seeing what it looks like. All right, let's go.
John finally met his friend in real life. That is such amazing news. I wonder if it's going to be an adjustment seeing each other from outside of the computer screens. It certainly was for me. Months of isolation, having to avoid contact with others was something else. I mean, I didn't go insane from it. I didn't really mind it that much. But it still took some time for me to get used to it. I mean, I wasn't going to groceries or getting other household supplies with mom or dad. I was holed up in my room and trying to keep quiet to avoid bothering them when they were trying to do work on their computers. And the most I did to being outside was opening my window to let the fresh air in. I mean, after the winter when it wasn't so cold outside and when I had to put plaster on the windows to keep the house from getting too chilly. But what was different was having to do my classes and homework online. No one could get to school, so I had to have my assignments emailed and needed to show proof that they were completed because otherwise they wouldn't believe me. I mean, anyone can just say that they were done with it. It was more difficult to do since I couldn't ask my teachers directly if they can give me a hint on how to solve it. Not cheating, I just needed a little assistance every now and again. I mean, all of us do. In high school graduation, instead of me being in an auditorium with my family there in the bleachers, the stands, I drove up and had teachers for an audience who gave me my diploma while I was wearing my graduation gown in the car. So even important events can change. Hey, I think we're actually getting a call. Let's see who it is. Hey, look who it is. Magnus Bunday. Magnus, my man, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Ethan. It has been a very busy week with all sorts of projects that I've been up to, but otherwise, now that the weather's getting warmer, I'm ready to breathe, relax, and enjoy the sun.
This weather has been quite crazy the last few weeks.
Sure has been. Rain, and then sun, and then rain, and then sun, and I'm still expecting some snow in a few weeks.
Hey, if you don't mind, can I ask you some questions?
Absolutely.
So we were at a point where we had to do things online. What was it like taking classes online, doing assignments virtually?
Oh, it was not fun for me at all. I've always been a lot more of a kinesthetic person. I've been a lot more of a writer than a typer. And when I was in high school during the beef of the lockdown, I was not doing great. Assignments were just not easy to really follow. We were all new to online versions of school and websites and everything that we didn't really get training on. We had no clue where we were going. And thankfully most of the teachers were understanding of that, but it was still just not easy, especially for me.
Yeah, classes were different in person than they were online.
Absolutely.
What was another of the more obvious differences?
Obvious differences was not having the social connection with other people, not enjoying a lunch break after a long class and having that time to breathe. It was more so of nothing but time to breathe, which I feel like threw me and everyone else off because classwork became less of a had less in between times rather than class and then break. It was break, 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 occasional class, break, 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 class with no given times. So for a lot of people, it was just, you know, there was less effort put into pretty much everything.
There were times I had to constantly remind myself not to get distracted just because we weren't in class.
Oh, so many times where it was easier just to, because, you know, for calls, for classes, we'd have the calls, and it was easier just to have another screen right off to the side and pretend you were listening. And because of that, if you ask me anything that I learned in any class during the era of 2020 to 2022, I could not tell you. I don't remember anything. Yeah, big mistake on my part, though.
One last thing. Were you able to graduate from high school during isolation?
Unfortunately not. I actually got booted out. My grades dropped so bad during COVID and we're not able to recover. Even though I was back into physical classes, the throw off of not really, you know, you still needed to take your work seriously, but having the ability to not have to take your work seriously and be able to do whatever you wanted at any given time threw me off. And that was a big mistake on my part, like I said, because it caught up with me. I got, unofficially, it was kind of scandalous in my opinion with how my high school dealt with me, but yeah, I finished my diploma at MATC.
Yeah, for me, I kind of passed my high school, but it wasn't a regular graduation. My parents just drove me up in their car, and I was giving my diploma.
I feel so bad for anyone who was graduating at that time. It was so unofficial. I didn't even have a graduation though, so I guess I can't really say much.
Hey, thanks again for being on here, Magnus. Take care, and I hope I see you again.
Awesome. You too, man. Good to see you.
Before we end this talk about our experience with technology and communication, let's watch one last part of our friend's journey now that he's finally met his friend that he met online.
It's been a long time since I've been outside like this. I was still too scared to go out when other people started to.
Same here.
So, now that we finally met face to face, what should we do now? I mean, I didn't exactly plan the day all the way through. The only plan I had was to meet you face to face.
I don't have a clue either. Maybe we just walk around the corner and see if a restaurant that's open. Or we could see if an arcade is open as well.
Maybe. I am interested in playing those games again after a long time. Who is it?
It's Will. He's having a get-together. He's inviting us to it.
Really? With other people?
Yeah, but it's fine if you don't want to go. You can take it slow.
No, we'll go. I mean, I think my parents would be glad I'm doing something other than staying in my room on my computer all night.
Nice. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, but beforehand we'll go get snacks.
Sounds cool. Look.
Sure.
And action. That was one of the most amazing things I have ever seen. It was heartwarming, and it did play out realistically. In movies, they always go over dramatic, but this, it was grounded, but still, that didn't deplete how amazing that was. Like, it really warmed my heart. I'm glad John and Hannah could finally meet each other and begin to hang out. Yeah, after everyone was allowed to see each other again, that was an adjustment as well. We were so used to seeing each other through screens, it was weird to actually be interacting with people, like they're right there in front of you, not in a screen. I suddenly had that feeling, making new friends, physically seeing old ones again, felt a little bit weird. Some people have been so used to using technology to communicate their whole lives, and real life interaction is unknown to them. But if you want to make true connections, then technology is just one way to start it. What really matters is that we all come together, sit down, talk, maybe share a meal or drink, and we get to know each other to catch up again. Thank you all for your time. I am so glad to have been here to tell this story to you. This has been Connections, Technology and Us. Hi, I'm student producer Ethan Ramirez, and you are watching Student Operations Day 2025 on Milwaukee PBS, Channel 36.
I'm student producer Max Martinson here at Holler House, and this is another hidden Gem KE. I'm here in Lincoln Park, and on the outside, this may look like any ordinary house, but on the inside is a piece of Milwaukee history.
Founded in 1908, the Holler House has been a staple in the Milwaukee area for over 100 years. And if you head downstairs, you'll find the oldest sanctioned 10-pin bowling alley in the United States.
Even though it's old, for the players, the lanes function like any other bowling alley. But what makes the Holler House special is what happens behind the scenes.
The lanes are still reset manually by pin setters who tend both lanes during every game. The lanes also still use a manual ball return.
The Holler House is also home to a tradition started by second-generation owner Marcy Skarwanski, which involves removing a certain undergarment and autographing it to hang from different places in the tavern. I'm student producer Max Martinson, and this has been another hidden Gem KE.
As the end of the school year gets closer, college students across Milwaukee are determined to ensure they finish the semester strong. But putting in extra work means extra time away from their canine companions at home. And while every student deals with the stresses of schoolwork in their own way, one group believes in relieving that stress through their lovable, cold-nosed furry friends. Located in southeastern Wisconsin, the nonprofit organization Pets Helping People and their pack of volunteer therapy dogs have worked to give an emotional lift to those in need for over 25 years. Executive Director Lisa Hare is at the heart of their mission.
What we do is we provide training and certification for therapy teams, so people who want to bring their dogs out into the community and make a difference. We also do connections with facility partners within the community who want to have visits from therapy dogs. So for instance, right here at MyAd, what we're doing is called a Comfort Pause Stress Relief Visit. So we typically do these around exam times, and that's just where we bring the dogs in and the students just get to love on the dogs.
But while every dog can be loved, not all of them can be therapy dogs. Becoming a therapy dog requires special training, and for that, Pets Helping People turn to their lead trainer, Corey Schneider.
My approach to dog training is all about the relationship you and your dog have. I want to reward your dog for doing the things that you want them to do appropriately, such as general behaviors. I don't want to correct those, like nuisance behaviors like counter surfing. I don't want you to punish your dog. We just want to reward them for not putting their paws up, for example, for walking with you instead of punishing the pulling, for example. I want to help you guys understand what motivates your dog, what rewards your dogs, because for each dog it's different. Some dogs it's food, some dogs it's play, other dogs it's just simply affection, and that's, in terms of therapy work, that's where those dogs really thrive, is the therapy work.
And when the new therapy dogs finally complete their training, they're ready to put in the work to restore the health of people who need it the most.
The impact of our therapy teams is really, it's almost immeasurable. There's so much. I mean, there's the mental effect, right? So the ability to reduce stress, to bring down anxiety. There's also the physiological aspects of it. So really, studies will show reducing blood pressure, lowering heart rate. So when people are able to pet a dog, be with the dog, the impact is limitless.
I think it's second to none. The therapy dogs that go to places such as MATC, MATC, you're away from home. You may not have your dog there, but somebody else's dog that loves unconditionally is there for you, and it eases all those burdens, all those stresses, and just helps you just warm up, overcome those things. That's where therapy dogs work is so important.
So the next time you're feeling down, consider spending some time with these adorable pups, and maybe even give Kevin a treat and a high five.
Hello everyone, I'm Ethan Ramsey.
I'm Ben Kudrowski.
I'm Alexis de Jesus.
I'm Stephen Brannon, a graduating
student producer
in the TV and video production program
here at MATC.
The content you'll see today is completely created by us,
the students at Milwaukee PBS.
Yeah, from live studio production to camera work,
as well as producing
and directing. We do it all.
Please stick around as we take over Milwaukee PBS for this
Student Operations Day.
Coming up next is my show, Behind the Signs, Milwaukee's Neighborhood Names.
Behind the Lens.
Cultures within our communities.
Eye of the Beholder, the Milwaukyssey.
Tribal Identities, Life on the Reservation.
Built to Move.
What is tabletop wargaming?
From script to stage.
David Howley, live at the Vivarium.
Connections, technology, and us.
So please stick around as we take over Milwaukee PBS for this Student Operations Day.
Hey there, I'm Ethan Ramsey, the series producer of Student Operations 2025. I want to take a moment to thank all of you for tuning in as our day of production comes to a close. Whether you watched on Channel 36.1 or on YouTube, we appreciate you spending your time to watch programming completely produced by students in MATC's TV production program. If you enjoyed the content you watched today, you can watch any show you missed or rewatch your favorite shows by visiting Milwaukee PBS YouTube channel, where you will find all shows in the Student Operations 2025 playlist, and be sure to check out the many more student productions for years to come. But now is when we have to sign off for the day. So thank you for watching MATC TV Productions Takeover of Milwaukee PBS on Student Operations Day 2025.
Missed any of today's shows? Scan the QR code to watch all of Student Operations 2025 on the Milwaukee PBS YouTube channel.
Hey, thanks. For today's recipe, I'll be preparing a fruit salad. A fruit salad is a dish.
Missed any of today's shows? Scan the QR code to watch all of Student Operations 2025 on the Milwaukee PBS YouTube channel.
This is WMVT, Channel 36, Milwaukee PBS.
Istanbul, Turkey is full of wonders and contradictions, as evident as the modern skyscrapers set against the backdrop of age-old moss. Once considered the capital of the world, a city built for empires, history, majesty, arts, and literature, a city that once had a